Welcome once again to NWA FAG. That stands for Fun Athletic Girls this week, because we are bringing you women's wrestling action this week for the first time on our show. It's going to be a doozy. Johnny, tell us who we have.
This is a battle of two of our most popular former Ask guests, Justine Silver, aka Mercedes Justine, our highest rated female guest of all time, our highest rated guest, period, of all time, and she's going up against Damian Darling's little sister, his estranged sister, Solo Darling, who's also a past guest on Ask.
Did you say asked or did you say ass? Because in this case, ass is probably very appropriate. Now, both ladies have excellent posteriors. This match actually has a lot of value to me because many of you know that these are my two favorite guests because there are two brownest guests. And of course, Justine is not technically a Hispanic, but because of the fact that they can do it to Beyonce, I'm going to throw it out there, because she's Native American and she's dark enough, I'm granting Mercedes the actual honor of being an honorary Hispanic, which means that now she can use our moveset, the backstabber, the three amigos, all that stuff is now open to her as a perk.
I was actually going to say it myself, this is going to look a little bit like a fight in the Bronx between two Hispanic women, because Mercedes herself looks like she's Asian or Spanish or whatever. And not only are these two young ladies competing for the affection of yourself, Riv, tonight, but for some reason they're pissed off at each other. I think it has something to do with last week's episode of NWA F.A.G, where they were both shown in backstage vignettes. And although they had absolutely no interaction with one another, this grudge match was booked anyway, because Justine was hanging out with Trent Beretta, who beat the living fuck out of Wayne Van Dyke, who for some ungodly reason is friends with Solo Darling, for reasons that we still can't figure out. So no matter who wins tonight, I think both of them lose, because one of them is going to get custody of you, and regardless of who wins, we know that Superfan Minja will stalk both of them after the match, and most likely hand them creepy 8x10s that he printed at Kinko's.
I cannot hate on the stalking, as I am honorarily Mercedes Justine Silver's favorite stalker. I have a card that says so in my personal shrine to her, next to a calendar of wolves.
She may or may not have said that to you, just so that way you do not kill her and stuff her in your trunk. I'm not sure.
Well, we do have some very heated words from both of these ladies, because they had a lot to say prior to this match.
Yes.
So we're going to get to that right now.
Yes, finally, some broads. After weeks of watching these NWA fags, I'm so excited to see women.
Her voice gives me a boner.
Well, I can't blame you. She actually sounds a lot like AJ Lee, who she once impersonated on our show.
Yeah, I had a good time with that.
I have no idea what she's saying. I don't care. All I know is that I'm happy that there's some chicks that I can stare at tonight. And I can neither confirm nor deny that she's actually a 16-year-old girl purchased off of human traffickers by the NWA booking committee. I can't confirm or deny that, but it's a possibility.
Well, if you ask uptight pieces of shit in Ireland and other foreign countries, then that explains why I like her.
Yes, that would explain a lot. She does look like a little girl. Here's her opponent, Solo Darling, who's dressed like Mickey Mouse or a Dr. Seuss character of some sort, but nevertheless, I'd still shamelessly tear it up.
Justine Silver.
Yeah, and she's very bustier than Mercedes.
She's in an elite category of Spanish women who are capable of pulling off blonde hair, along with Shakira and I can't even think of any others.
Quite naughty, I hear.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
Well, Beyonce is an honorary Hispanic now, so I guess there's
anyone
that.
mocha colored is Hispanic officially.
She has such a nice smile too.
Yes.
And here comes Mercedes Justine Silver to the ring. Oh, look, they got her Twitter right this time. I guess they didn't want any gay role players.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is not Jason Rivera, whose sign she just tore. That is Florida Superfan Minja, who I mentioned earlier. May or may not be more than Jason's mother.
Has less hair than me. What's with these family connections with you, man? Solo Darling, Damian Darling, now me and Minja.
I'm close with Maury Povich. We do DNA tests that you're unaware of.
Well,
I just informed that Mercedes gave him that sign to hold up, so that way it would look like she's hated even though she's not.
Well, as you can see, a lot of the people are giving her flack for being from Oklahoma, site of the Richard Jewell bombings. She should have brought him to the ring as her manager. And here comes Solo Darling.
The sister of Damian, as I mentioned, she's no stranger to big matches like this. Her move repertoire is very extensive. It includes the hair pull, the flying butt flyers, and the headlock. You might see tonight, I have a feeling.
look at those great dancing moves. I mean, she's better than Emma on NXT. She's got some rhythm. I mean, you have to if you're a Hispanic woman. But she's wondering why this crowd is asleep. I have it on good authority that her friend, Wayne Van Dyke, actually kidnapped all of the children in the audience and took them away after his match with Trent. There is currently an Amber Alert. An Amber Alert on Highway 85.
And the adults that are there, you know, you promote a show called NWA.FAG, and the crowd you attract are usually gay men who are looking forward to seeing Ethan Carter's boner, not Too Hot Chicks wrestling. So I'm pretty sure that they're disappointed as well.
Well, I'm not disappointed, and that's all that matters. I said before, I'll say it again, Johnny, if you could build me some fat material from the ground up, it would look a lot like Solo Darling.
Now, please, if you will, put the lotion away for 1 second. We have a match to call, Riv. This is serious business.
The referee checking every inch of Solo Darling, probably an excuse to grope her. Mercedes is wondering why she didn't get groped.
She's very disappointed. And listen, I talked to Mercedes before the match. She told me she has something to prove. She's sick and tired of all these new girls coming on our fucking podcast and stealing her spotlight. She said she plans on putting Solo away tonight to prove a point to all the bitches on our show that she's the #1 girl.
Well, of course, Justine is a former multiple-time Ask Award winner. Solo already in contention for some of the awards in 2014 for the Ask Awards.
And I would last about 3 minutes and 30 seconds with either of these girls.
Of course, Solo locking in a headlock, restraining Mercedes.
She loves that headlock. That's one of her favorite moves, she told me.
She's working the neck, and as you know, Mercedes recently injured in a match with another of your favorite women, Barbie Hayden.
Yes, Mercedes was nearly murdered a month ago in a battle over the Ask female guest when she was dropped right on her fucking head and neck. All of her motor functions are currently fucked up, so if you only see her take one bump in this match, don't be surprised.
That was the very infamous Custer's Revenge match. Barbie Hayden representing the ancestors of General Custer, getting revenge on Mercedes.
I wish Justine would head scissor me like this.
Oh, jeez, this is a Brazzers moment right here. I do like that view, and I do like Solo rolling over Mercedes like that. I wish that could happen to me. Only I would be upright.
I told you Solo's finisher is the headlock. She's not letting that go. And while she keeps that headlock on like a schoolyard bully, I have myself in a headlock, or in this case a handlock, in my pants. Just throwing that out there.
Of course, you can see on Mercedes' wrestling attire, she has a tribute to Batman. Every chick on Earth likes Batman, but she is a legitimate nerd despite that. She did pass the Ask Nerd test. She was the first to pass that test. Solo is the third to have passed that test. Both scored about the same on the test as well.
These women are so evenly matched. I mean, let me tell you, what impresses me the most about Justine is her belly button, and the fact that she is a 2-time Ask Award winner, I should say. And as far as Solo goes, I mean, she's also a very impressive physical specimen who's obsessed with headlocks, as you can see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't knock it if it works. I mean, I could think of a couple headlocks I want to be locked in.
Solo has a slight advantage. I mean, she is from the Bronx, so I would imagine. Well, there you see Mercedes scratching her back for her. What a good friend she is.
What a good friend. And now Mercedes seems to be attempting to rub Solo's face in the mat. That's what you do with a dog who won't eat their food.
No,
that's kind of unpleasant.
Scalp massage, Riv. She wasn't rubbing her face.
A scalp massage. Well, that might be dangerous. You know how those Native Americans roll.
She was trying to scalp her. The Bronx, Solo is proficient at braiding hair, picking roaches out of cereal, and she's more than likely been in a gang war and possibly a gang bang. Can't confirm either of those, but...
And now Mercedes choking Solo on the second rope. Come on, she needs to be all right. You can't mess with a woman's face and her throat and all of that stuff. Those are essentials for a lady.
Mercedes obviously proficient in chokes because she was trained at the Ask Wrestling Academy by Chris Benoit, which explains her obsession.
As you can see, Solo using her big booty to her advantage to keep herself grounded as Mercedes tries to lift her off the mat. And a monkey flip.
And Justine completely fucks up the bump, which may or may not be because of the injury I mentioned, or she just does not feel like bumping here.
That was quite a mess. That was quite a mess, but I'll tell you what, it's not going to be pretty. It does get messy in here. We fight on NWA.FAG nights, Johnny. I like it.
I think Justine stole Tyler Breeze's moveset. It's just kicks and chokes, or she has some kind of a fetish for autoerotic asphyxiation.
Well, like you said, Crispin did a lot of work with her at the center. I heard they did a lot of drills and grape squishers. Backbreaker by Mercedes Justine.
Obviously, we had the pleasure of interviewing Solo, who was too scared to plug her appearance because doing our show is as shameful as performing at Saddam Hussein's birthday party. But she's still here tonight, and she's getting paid big bucks.
At the Ikea Arena.
She's getting paid $5 in food stamps. Who are we kidding?
You think while Solo's there, she does what most Hispanic women do and is getting plastic to put all over the couches?
Yes.
You cannot sit on this furniture! And Mercedes now, using her entitlement goes for a suplex.
If these two wanted to do so many headlocks and chokes, they should have just gone into BDSM and gotten paid to be dominatrixes. But there you see a suplex finally doing something besides choke.
Two of them because she couldn't count the three amigos correctly. She's just getting used to this whole entitlement of using the Hispanic moveset, I'm afraid. So she just goes back to the choke rather than goes for a third amigo.
I'm hoping we see the backstabber sometime soon from Mercedes, now that she's a true Mexican like you and I.
Yeah, she's honorary now. But of course now she's giving Solo a taste of her own medicine with the headlock. She seems to be enjoying that. She sounds like she is getting off on the headlock just a little bit.
I think so. And listen, I just wanted to throw this disclaimer out there. While I take credit for making Justine a star, I do not take credit for teaching her how to wrestle. You can take that up with Crispin. There you go,
and, yeah, a roll-up. And as you can see, going for another pin attempt. And another very interesting pin attempt.
Yes! I think Solo is doing what all of us want to do to Justine.
Wow!
69!
She's twerking, Johnny! I like it.
I would get her in.
And an axe handle to the midsection.
Polish hammer to the tit.
And again.
To the tit.
This is getting erotic. I like it. And a suplex.
She's doing
there you go.
The fucking three amigos because she's a Mexican and every Mexican does those.
She's showing Justine Silver how it's done. She's actually hitting all three amigos on her.
After wearing down those tits, those little titties, she's now hitting the three amigos and she's going for a stunner.
Oh, instead goes for the DBD instead of the third amigo. She's just
here.
She's put Justine away. 1, 2, 3.
Solo has custody of Jason Rivera, but she's probably not going to continue anyways.
Yeah, all I do is eat food and a little bit of cleaning and some moderate site work. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe now she owns me. She's gonna make me work on her website too.
You dated worse, from what I've seen. So put on a suit, get your best Mexican idiot voice on, and maybe she'll like you.
A bucket with the Mexican flag on it?
Yes, you can get that. Why is she walking like a dinosaur?
I think because she is wiped out from that match. As you can see, Solo making her way out of the ring. Very difficult, grueling matchup. I don't think this is the last we've seen of these two ladies in the ring.
Last time I saw a girl hold her back that way, she was leaving my bedroom.
Well, that explains a lot, Johnny. What did you do to Solo before this match?
Absolutely nothing, other than try to get a word with her, and she threw me out and told me to get the fuck away from her. Anyway.
So you didn't even get the half hug that Van Dyke got?
No, Solo wants nothing to do with me because I am the internet equivalent of Hitler.
Well, it looks like we are out. This is another episode of NWA F.A.G. in the books. Of course, be sure to check us out every week on this same channel. Also, check out listenthishow.com. And, of course, we are on every week on the Riv Landin podcast, Ask, Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, blogtalkradio.com/CSTC. You never know who's going to show up, and you never know who is going to show up and then wrestle on NWA-FAG.
Yes, anyone can come here on Fun Athletic Guys in the Ikea Arena. So tune in and listen to our show at listentothishow.com and follow us on Twitter and send me nudes, Solo darling.
And anyone can come because I came 3 times during that match.
I know you did. Go take care of yourself, you dirty bastard.
And on that note, we are out. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night and good fag.
That doesn't work. Good fag, good asked. I don't know. Good night.